Time for a look at the press now. Alitza is joining us. She's back to our main story. Those terrible reactions, or the reactions from the Australian press, of course, those incidents on Bondi Beach.
That's right. And let's take a look at some front pages first. The Australian here has this front page and writes massacre of Jews. In an opinion piece, the paper says that Australia is no longer safe for Jews. And the Telegraph here rails against the, quote, bastards who attacked the Jewish community. And on the front page, we see one of the offenders, Narved Akram, whose father was shot dead by the police. And the Sydney Morning Herald writes Bondi terror here, saying that people woke to, quote, the bloodshed of the massacre. And an opinion piece from the same newspaper is written by a bystander who was 100 meters away when the shots fired. And he says that he heard the gunshots and it felt, quote, surreal. And he says that it has changed Sydney forever.
It has also been looking for us at the opinion pieces. This is, though, is in the Israeli papers.
That's right. And right-wing, the Jerusalem Post here says that if we had a Nobel Prize for saving Jews, Ahmed al-Ahmed would have won it. So this is the person who disarmed the shooter. And the Jerusalem Post says that terrorism does not belong to particular people nor faith, and it reminds that Ahmed is not Jewish. And the paper writes that there is, quote, something profoundly Hanukkah about that moment. And left-wing paper Haaretz here says that Israel must not exploit the pain after the terror attack, adding that the country's choice of words, especially today, really matters, and exploiting the pain would only achieve the goal of the shooters, which is plant fear in the Jewish community across the world.
Australia's Prime Minister proposing strengthening the country's gun laws, of course, in the wake of the terror attack.
Yeah, and The Guardian here gives us some context about that. The paper says that almost 3 decades ago, Australia really tightened its gun control regulations, and that's because of a terror attack there in 1996 called at Port Arthur. And the paper says that back then, for example, licenses of guns got very, very strict. Not that many people could have them. Therefore, there was a dramatic decrease in the number of weapons across the country. And the country felt relatively safe from gun violence, says the paper. But the massacre will now shake this confidence. One of the shooters was a registered gun owner and had 6 legal firearms, writes The Guardian.
Let's move to something else, to France, in fact. Farmers here have been protesting against the slaughter of cows infected with what's known as lumpy skin disease. What are the French papers saying on this? Indeed,
French paper La Croix calls it the return of the agriculture revolt. And actually today, French Agriculture Minister Annie Genevard will travel to the southwest of France to attend the start of the vaccination campaign. And left-wing paper Humanité writes here on its front page, contagious peasant anger. And the paper says that the memory of the 2024 farmer protests is still very fresh and structural problems do persist. And it says that during the weekend we saw images of paralyzed highways, exhausted farmers and clashes with the police, bringing back vivid memories of the 2024 farmer revolt.
And Alitza is going to end on something very, very dear to her heart, on a bit of a lighter note. Some Christmas spirit this is. It's in London, isn't it?
That's right, in Hyde Park. So they organized this sausage dog event. I feel like I'm reporting here on all the sausage dog events, but you'll understand why. So basically, around 100 sausage dogs attended this event to socialize, and also they had to be dressed up to participate in a best dress event. So let's take a look. This is Daisy.
Oh, very
cute. She has her reindeer costume. This is Pedro. He's looking very festive and like quite confident, I would say. Contrary to Koda, who looks a bit bamboozled and shy.
Yeah.
So
it's a little chilly as well.
she can use some socializing. And the Guardian reminds that dachshunds, so the sausage dogs, were bred for hunting. And Stuart, I want to show you my 2 hunter dogs back in Bulgaria.
This is why. Oh, it's very... So explain which one is which here and where they live.
So it's a complicated story. Basically, this one is the mother. She's called Pepper. Yeah. This one is the daughter. She's called Maya. And I have a third one, Masha, but she's here in Paris, so she's not suffering the cold of Bulgaria.
And that is you under the hat?
That is me.
Okay, I'm just checking it's not like a sister
like
or something
minus
like that.
-10 degrees, you know.
You look
cold.
very happy with your little hunters there. Litsa, she's a bit of a sausage dog fan, just in case you hadn't worked it out. That's the latest news on France 24.